Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's devotions. I'm Pastor David Schoob at Trinity Lutheran Church in West Bend. Yesterday, we talked in devotions about acting on listening to the people around us, listening to the voices of those who are in the greatest need in our community. And yet, one of the things that stops us from acting, one of the things that makes it most difficult is to face all the judgments that go with our actions sometimes. We live in a world that constantly wants to, reshape us, keep us from becoming the people we feel called to be, the criticisms of the world around us. If we're hearing voices who tell us that we're not good enough, that we're not passionate enough, we're not hardworking enough, we're not ambitious enough, we're not compassionate enough, we're not activistic enough, we're not white enough, we're not black enough, we're not liberal enough, we're not conservative enough, whatever enough happens to be, it begins to bind us, to choke us, to keep us from being the people that God calls us to be in the world. So today's devotion is kind of a meditation that's meant to help you to center yourself in the good and wondrous person that God has made you and called you to be. It's from this particular book, Prayers of Boundless Compassion by Joyce Rupp. She's really wonderful. In the beginning of the book, she leaves it open for people to use these as part of their growth and development. The book is published by Soren Books in 2019, and I encourage people to take a look at it if you get a chance. But today what I'd like you to do is I'd like to invite you to embrace who you are in all its beauty, and embracing yourself, find freedom to be who you need to be in the world. So this is kind of different than I have been doing. This is an opportunity for you to enter into what's called a guided meditation. And so just follow along as you feel comfortable. And hopefully this will help you in understanding yourself in a deeper sort of sense. At the beginning, we'll read some verses from Psalm 139, and I'll leave a pause for you to repeat each line as I say it. You knit me in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. Now for a moment, just close your eyes and start to do a little bit of imagining with me. Consider your very early life. The time before you heard anyone say what you could and couldn't do, before anyone criticized you for what you looked like or how you spoke or what you did. It may be hard for some of you to remember that or even believe that you had that moment in your life. If not, then imagine what that would be like. Go back to an early age when you felt free to be yourself. A time when you were uninhibited and lacked fear of criticism. Visualize yourself as this alert, happy child at ease with life. See yourself free from self-judgment and the judgment of others. You are unconcerned about what others think of you. Your whole being is alive with wonder, embracing sounds and colors and shapes, full of trust. All of who you are is eager to enter each moment, unafraid of failing cultural standards. For just a minute, rest in this freedom from judgment. Sink into the space where there's no criticism, only loving acceptance and kindness. Let yourself be held in this cradle of well-being. Imagine that you're held by the divine beloved as a parent holds a child with tenderness. Now say it aloud again with me. You knit me in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. Now picture yourself as you are in your adult life. Remember the part of you that voices self-criticism, finds fault with yourself. What are some of the judgmental messages that you give yourself? Recall several words you use when making those judgments. Now visualize the Holy One erasing those words. In place of them, you see these words. You are filled with goodness. Now breathe slowly in and out. And as you breathe, think to yourself, goodness in me. And as you breathe out, I trust this goodness. Breathe in again, goodness in me. And breathe out, I trust this goodness. Now just do that for a moment. Now say again aloud, repeat after me. You knit me in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. Now take a moment just to give thanks. Give thanks to the Holy One for accepting and welcoming you with unconditional love. May this sense of goodness in God's eyes carry you into the day. God bless.